Hello, my name is Jayton, and this is my vlog. Today I will be talking about my flat lay and the stories it contains. The first object I will talk about is this camera. My mom and dad bought this camera before I was even born. It has a lot of family memories from family trips and my childhood, and it still surprisingly works. When everyone has a day off, we like to sit around the TV and watch the photos on this. Whenever we go on vacation, we take this with us. Now I will talk about this iPad. This iPad was the first electronic I ever had. It was a birthday gift from my mom's brother from the UK when I was 6. We took it to Disneyland with us, and it has lots of our memories from our first trip to Disneyland. After about 5 years, it stopped working because it fell down, the screen broke, and started glitching. Then, about 2 years later, we randomly decided to plug it in to see if it would work again. When we did, it turned back on. But, about a year later, it stopped working. And after that, another year later, we decided to plug it in again, and it turned on. But this time, the screen was turning all sorts of different colors, like green and blue. We had lots of our memories stored on it, so we decided to attempt to take them out. But it had erased all the photos off that iPad, so all our memories were gone. The next thing I will talk about is the soccer trophy. The soccer trophy is the only trophy I've ever gotten, so it holds a special place in my heart. I had gotten it from my soccer league when I was little, when we placed in 5th. In 5th grade, I had taken this for show and tell, and while I was showing it off, I accidentally dropped it. When I dropped it, it broke into 3 separate pieces. I was very devastated by this. So when I went home, I told my dad as soon as he got back from work, and me and him spent half an hour fixing this. But finally, we were able to fix it, and it looks almost as good as it did when I got it. Now I will talk about this ball. This ball represents my favorite sport to play and watch. Every day after I come home from school, I play basketball if the weather allows it. Ever since I was little, basketball has been a part of my life because when I was 6, my dad bought me a little hoop for me to play on. As I got older and better, I started playing against my friends and my cousins. Eventually, I joined the school team and also a basketball league. Whenever I am stressed, I like to go outside and play basketball as a stress reliever. It is a good stress reliever because it's physical activity and also it's something I love to do. Another reason I love basketball is because it gives us something to do when we're not playing video games. For example, when my cousins come to sleep over, all we do all night and quite a bit of the day is play video games. So basketball is a good break to have. There's 2 other main reasons I love basketball so much, and that is because of my dad and my sister. My dad, because it is the only sport he is willing to play against me and he enjoys, and my sister for pretty much the same reasons. She loves the sport and she enjoys playing it as well. Now I will talk about this Xbox One controller. This Xbox One controller represents my first ever console in Xbox One, and it also represents how I spend some of my free time. I love my Xbox because it allows me to play with people mostly my cousins, all the way in the UK, and it gives me a way to play with my cousins who are sleeping over. I've had my Xbox One since grade 7, and one of my controllers, it's not this one, it has a broken, this button on it is broken, because last September, I took it to school because in pre-engineering, our teacher said that we could bring our consoles and our controllers for the last day of school. So I brought it, and while some of my classmates were playing 2K with us, which is NBA, they broke it, and they tried to fix it and broke it even more. So when I got home, I tried to fix it, along with my dad, but it didn't work out so well. But what's ironic is now, if I want to play NBA, I have 3 controllers in total. The only 2 that don't have this button broken, they don't work properly because their X is broken. So I have to use the broken one to play 2K. I know. Now I will talk about these allergy tablets, which represent my allergies. I have allergies that cause me to start sneezing, my nose starts running, and eventually I have a hard time breathing. These allergy tablets prevent it from happening and stop it if it does start happening. A story about my allergies is one time I was helping my uncle and my dad at my uncle's house. When we were cleaning their vents, which had like 15-year-old like dust that was clogging it, I inhaled some which caused my allergies to start acting up. So my nose started running and I started sneezing, but I said I was fine because we only had about half an hour left before we ate and left. So I said, no, it's fine, I'll still work. And my aunt was about to leave to go pick up some pizza first. And she offered to take me to Shoppers Drug Mart to grab some allergy tablets. So like, if anybody else in the future needs them, so you can grab them. They can use it. So at first I refused her offer. But then it slowly started getting worse. So eventually I said, yes, I'll go with you. So on the way to Shoppers to grab this, I started having a hard time breathing and my chest was so uncomfortable. So we rushed to Shoppers. As soon as we got there, I started puking on the side. And so we ran in, we were like, oh, my aunt was like, oh, he needs help, he's having a hard time breathing. So like the senior pharmacist there grabbed some Benadryl and came to me and gave me a spoonful. At first they were offering, yes, we can call 911 and get you some medical help. But I started feeling better. I was able to breathe. My sneezing and my coughing and all that subsided. So I declined it. And then after that, we bought the Benadryl, we took it home, and after that, I have never forgot to take my tablets again. Now I will talk about moisturizer. Moisturizer is important to me because I have a skin condition called eczema, which causes my skin to dry and rip. And other than the eczema medication, moisturizer is the only thing that can stop my skin from being dry, ripping, and it's the only thing that can repair it other than the medication. Another reason moisturizer is important to me is because if I don't put it on for a long period of time, then my skin will develop a rash and become red. Now I will talk about my glasses. My glasses represent a big part of my life because I've had them since grade 8. I had gotten them because of a genetic condition called amblyopia. It's a condition that causes one eye to have poor vision while the other eye has good vision. In my case, it's my right eye that has poor vision. It can be inherited from your parents or your grandparents. In my case, it was my grandmother who had it. It's good to discover in an early age so you can help limit its influence by wearing glasses. Now I will talk about this Monopoly rule book. This rule book represents Monopoly, one of my favorite games to play. This game has given me so many good memories, along with so many arguments. We used to play this game every day when the quarantine happened, when everyone was home. During that, our longest game, I believe, was 6 hours long. A normal game lasts only 3 hours. Before, my mom used to hate the game because it was a little difficult to understand. But as we kept on playing, she learned to love it more. Eventually, she became good enough to actually start rivaling me in this game. And now, it's always a competition to see who can win between me and her. Before, I always used to win easily. Now I will talk about my phone. My phone is an iPhone XS. I had gotten it 4 months ago in September. I like my phone because it's an easy way for friends and family to contact me and for me to contact them. I also like it because I can play my favorite music on it. The multiple cracks and breaks in my phone came from 2 major incidents. The first one was when I was playing basketball outside and I forgot to take my phone out of my pocket. The basketball hit the bottom of my pocket, my phone flew out and landed on the ground, and the basketball landed on it, which is how many of the cracks on the middle of my phone happened. The second incident was I was watching TV one time on a recliner, and my phone fell through the cracks of in the middle between the 2 seats. And what I didn't know at the time was it landed between 2 metal bars that close shut when you open the recliner. So I opened the recliner to get the phone out from underneath it, and the rods closed and crushed my screen protector. That's how the cracks on the sides came. So my phone has been through quite a lot in just 4 months. Now I will talk about what I use as a backdrop. As a backdrop, I had used my George Vanier hoodie. This is the elementary school that I graduated from in grade 7. And it is significant to me because I have the signatures of all my peers, and it's significant because some of them go to different schools. So I may never see them again, but I'll have their signatures. So this is the end of my vlog. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.